ప్రేక్షకులందరికీ నమస్కారం. భక్తి భారతి ఛానల్ కి స్వాగతం. నయా స్వామి దేవర్షి గారు ఇప్పుడు మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు. మనం లైఫ్ లో ఎన్నో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ తో సతమతం అవుతూ ఉంటాం. అసలు మన లైఫ్ ఎటుపోతుందో కూడా మనకే కొన్నిసార్లు అర్థం కాదు. ఇలాంటి విషయాలన్నిటి గురించి కూడా చాలా క్లియర్ గా హౌ టు సీ గాడ్, హౌ టు లవ్ గాడ్ అండ్ హౌ టు లవ్ అవర్ సెల్ఫ్స్ అండ్ హౌ టు గెట్ ఇన్ టు సెల్ఫ్ రియలైజేషన్, వీటన్నిటి గురించి కూడా మనకి టీచింగ్స్ అందిస్తూ ఉంటారు. మరి నయా స్వామి దేవర్షి గారు రీసెంట్ గా క్రియా యోగా అనే పుస్తకాన్ని రాశారనమాట. ఆయన రాసిన ఎన్నో పుస్తకాల్లో ఇది కూడా ఒక అద్భుతమైన పుస్తకం. సో గురువు గారిని పాలకరించి అసలు పరమహంస యోగానంద గారి గురించి, ఆనంద సంఘ గురించి, అలాగే ఈ క్రియా యోగా గురించి ఎన్నో విషయాలు తెలుసుకుందాం. గురూజీ నమస్తే.
Namaste, Aparna. Thank you.
In these challenging times, even if you want to be a good person, situations doesn't let you be. Because if you're a good person, people keep pushing you until you burst out. Isn't it?
It doesn't have to be that way, no. And what I would say is that good people need to develop energy and magnetism. Because if you're a good person but weak or passive, then you get smashed by those people who you talk about. But if you're a good person who has inner strength and courage and determination and are very centered and strong, then you can become a cause rather than an effect in this world. And this world needs good people who are wanting to become great people and really be a cause for good and not just be a victim to all the negative energies floating around, because it's a lot of energy in this world. Yes.
And in this case, Guruji, a lot of bad, I don't want to say bad people also, but not very good people we see a lot of not very good people having so much of power.
We sure do. Yeah, well, bad people, just say it. There are a lot of bad people with a lot of power in this world. And, political leaders in this world killing people and starting wars, and
how come they attract such kind of energy? Because they have energy, that is why they have the power, isn't it?
Again, I write about this in the book, and it's an interesting time that we are in, unfortunately.
Okay.
And what Yogananda's guru Sri Yukteswarji said, he said that we've come out of Kali Yuga, the age of darkness, and that we are now in the age of Dwapara Yuga, but we're just at the beginning of that age. And Dwapara Yuga is an age of energy. And we're in a transition right now where Swami Kriyananda pointed out that the negative, warlike people, the evil people of Kali Yuga, they're still there. They're holding on for dear life. It's like their last battle to exert their will on this world. They're evil. But there's more energy behind it because this energy of Dwapara Yuga is coming in. So they're actually more energized by that right now. And it's a transition time. And Yoganandaji said that during this transition, there would be wars. There would be breakdown of societies. There would be breakdown of a lot of old forms, which are necessary to come into a really new and higher age. And that this transition is going to be very tough because of this energy that you see bad people having in this world. But that will pass. As I say in the book, Dwapara Yuga will have the final word, because it will come into what Yogananda said would be a golden age of enlightenment, but we have some rough spots to go through first.
So
obviously.
Are we going to seeing that golden age, or after our lives
it's a good question. After our lives. Yeah, I would like to see it in my life.
Me too.
I don't think I'm going to see it. Maybe you will, but I think you're also going to see some very rough parts too on the way there. So you see it right now.
Yeah.
We can't be blind to the fact that this world is going through some rougher and rougher periods right now with warfare and so many people suffering in this world.
Correct.
And this is the time where good people do need to be strong and stand up and have the courage and develop the inner strength to, again, be a cause rather than just a victim or an effect.
Correct. So, yes, we are seeing a lot of wars, a lot of pandemics, a lot of, even in natural way or in the way of war and, destructive things. So, how do we find the strength and belief? Sometimes even the spiritual path is very complicated that even we miss a step, we can fall into the dip, right?
Yeah, right.
So even the most practicing person can lose that in when he gets into the destructive, situation.
This is partly why we need to have a regular spiritual practice. Because if we develop a spiritual practice during the easy times, when we're not having to face the challenges that you're talking about, you start to develop this inner strength sort of in a safe place, in an environment where you can work on it and develop it, so that when the tests come, you've developed some strength in that way. But I've seen that really good, sincere people who have that strength, that they don't fall away when the tests come. And an example is the pandemic. I know many of our Kriya yogis during that time who became spiritual heroes during
Like
that time.
how?
They were doctors working in hospitals and just completely selflessly giving to people. I have two friends who are a couple, husband and wife, who are doctors in Pune. And during that time, they were night and day working with people and being with people, seeing people die in front of their eyes every single day during the most difficult part of it. And it was challenging. It was the biggest challenge one could almost imagine, more so. And they came out of it as true saints, I believe, because they were a cause rather than an effect. They gave compassion, they gave kindness, no matter how hard it was to do that. They gave love, no matter how difficult the challenge was for them, and they became completely selfless in their giving. And this is what we need. What I've seen is that selflessness is saintliness. Those who give to others without any thought of themselves and feel the divine flowing through them, that divine energy serving through them starts to change them and makes them saintly and even divine in many ways. And that's possible. I've seen it. This is why I'm talking about it, because I've seen that it is possible for those who are aware. And the book talks about the challenges that we face and how to work with our energies, again, to be of help in this time where people need so much help and encouragement and upliftment and just kindness and support and positive energy.